default in listen-only mode.
Hi everyone. Hello. Am I audible to all of you? Hi. Am I audible to all of you? Yeah, great. So how was the week for all of you? How was the week? How was the week doing for all of you? Made money? A lot of people are saying yes, great, good. So very happy to actually hear that. And why not? Today's class I will start with the map like this. So you can see this is the map of the Nifty since the start of the crisis and the relative movement of the stock indices in the start of the crisis. Okay, so if you can see, this is the Nifty. The deep blue line is the Nifty. Okay, so I have made this chart. Okay, and I will in the club and in the TMP share the link of this. So if I talk about the club, I will share the link in the club, and I will share the link in the TMP so that if you have this link, you can copy paste it and just check it from your end also. Keep on checking it because this is not a one-time thing that I have made. This can be, and you can see all the major indices are here, like Nikkei, the DAX, the CAC, the FTFC, that is the Italian index, UK 100, HSI, that is Hang Seng index, then KOSPI, that is Korean U50, that is Germany-based, AEX is there, MOEX, that is the Russian, uh, IBOV, that is the Brazilian. This is TA35, this is Taiwan, and this is TADAWUL, this is Saudi Arabian, and this is Chinese index, China A50. So all the major economies are covered here. So you can see the Korean index has done very well, and obviously Saudi index has done well because the oil prices has gone up since. So these are the three major indices which have done great. Okay, all other indices. I think uh, obviously we should include Dow Jones also here if it is not there. So Dow Jones Industrial Average, if I add, I think it has also come. Okay, this is this line. It has also come, but it is obviously 50% movement since the fall had happened. It is in the middle, but nowhere near what Nifty has done. Okay, so uh, we can see that our market has done great. And another important thing I would like to show you. See this forex index you have seen has gone up $17 billion. So if I show you like in spite of COVID, it has been growing. See, uh, since 2020, it was around 490. So 490 to 630, it has grown in last 17, 18 months. And if I show you this phase, especially, I would say after 2018, it has grown from 400 to 630. So it has been very steep growth in percentage terms since 2018. So you can see. So if you remember, this is the phase when it was growing like this from 143 to 300. This is the time when the one of the greatest bull market of the world has played out. Okay, this is the time when it was growing like this. So this is another thing that is happening. What happened between 2004 to 7? A similar thing is happening right now in the market, and you are seeing a lot of money flow. So you have to look at this phase between 2014 to 2018, and you can see kind of thing that is happening. So this may continue, and this is a no-brainer market, or rather, if you look at the relative strength model that Vivek sir teaches, if you just follow that, that is the best model for this market. Look at any stock which is doing better. I will show you the relative strength webinar of Vivek sir. So just if you go to the Elon Markets webinar, see, this is not a market where you get a lot of pullbacks. Okay. Uh, so if I go to webinars, I will show you here. This is one way trajectory the market is going. And if you search here, Vivek Bajaj, okay, so you will get his webinars. Just a second. So relative price theory, okay, golden cash market. So all these webinars where he's telling about that which stock is having relatively more strength in the market, and he's taking positions into them. So only that is working. If I talk about the indices that did well, see, since the start of the September, you can see that realty has done phenomenally well. Today, infra, like if I talk about L&T, ACC, Ultratech Cement, Ambuja, all these things have done phenomenally well. If I talk about Nifty Energy, like today was the day of energy because Reliance broke out. So and all these things like ONGC, Reliance, all these things are moving up. They have doing well, and obviously the mid cap and the commodity index is going up. And earlier, what you can see is that FMCG was doing great, courtesy to especially HUA and Hindustan Unilever and Dabur. Okay, so what you have to do is only to find that which sector is looking good and pick a uh, good stock in this sector and go long in it. I am coming into stock specific discussion later. Let us look at the global overall scenario like this. See, this is a steady US market. You would say steady. It is not doing anything. In between, what happened is that the Fed had said that they are not going to increase the rate in a hurry. The taper will come next, but there is no hurry to increase rates, and that's why you can see the US market, which was actually on the downside earlier, which had come downside earlier, had gone up. Okay, so on that front, so because the rates are not going to go up in a hurry, you can see US bond trading below 1.38. Just a second. 1.3 boom market index, dollar index early, then the dollar index has dipped below 92.45, and as long as below this there is this inverse head and shoulder pointing to a rise till 97.6 kind of level is not being validated. And if it pulls back to 89.53 around 14th 15th April, when there was a peak of this COVID, I had tweeted that we are expecting uh, this one to go till 18,000. This global, this Nifty would go to 18,000 at the peak of uh, this COVID in India. I had at that time index was around 14,000. Okay, so. I had tweeted at that point of time. I will show you that particular thing. Just a second. So I will, when I tweeted, I will show you. And the tweet, if you go to around 14, 15 April in my account, you will be able to see it. But I remember the day on which I tweeted. See, going to the Nifty chart. Okay, so yes, so around this time, 16th April, I tweeted. Okay, so that the bottom might be in place at that time. Market was at around 14,700 level. The next day, what it did is that there was a gap down. Okay, and this was the low. Okay, made, and after that, if you see, Nifty has been rising. So sitting here, I made this uh, wave count. I will go to the Elliott wave chart. Okay, so uh, from this wave count, I had given a target of around 18 to 21,000 at that point of time. Okay, based on the wave analysis that was done around that time. So Elliott wave, I'm not going deep into it, but you can really see Nifty surging to around 18 to 20,000 level quite early. So I told it based on the Elliott wave analysis when market was around 40,600, 700 in the April when the market was and everybody was at the peak of gloom. But looking at the structure, it was very apparent that it will go like this, and actually this is happening. Now you can see the weekly candle and you can understand that you can very well be in 18,000 within a couple of weeks. I said before October Diwali, it is reaching there. So if you go there in my Twitter account and see 14th, 15th April tweet, you will be able to see that. Okay, so that is happening around 18 to 20,000. It is happening, and the biggest support for that comes from the Reliance. Okay. So you can see after a lot of consolidation, it has started moving up. And see, this is the first move up after almost 12 months of consolidation. Won't be very surprised to see it reaching 2,500, 2,800, and 3,200 eventually. And that is what actually the projection research to. Today we are talking about a little bit longer term horizon things rather than week to week things, because we have entered that phase where we can have this kind of a movement very uh, early. So around 3,300 can come in the Reliance in coming days. This move has started because Vodafone Idea has been uh, taken out of business, and now if the tariff hike comes in terms of Reliance, we can see this kind of levels. Okay, and same with Bharti. You can see that after many days, this breakout has been happening. Okay, and really, if you look at this, 870 comes as a near-term target in the picture, but way beyond 870, the movement can happen. Okay, so the movement can happen, and I'm thinking if it sustains above this levels of 630, 640, very quickly we can see 870, 880 levels. Okay, so talking a bit longer term on this, the real estate sector, if I talk about the real estate sector, Nifty Realty, if you can see the weekly chart, uh, just reach the previous high, can go up, can go quite a bit up. So all these stocks, Ludha, Shobha, Prestige, Brigade, all those stocks are looking great and actually can go up. Okay, now to be back where we were, so this dollar index weakening is quite a bit of pointing out to that kind of a scenario where we have, and this is the thing. Let me come to the gold as we do every. See, gold, I'm really unable to form a directional view. You can see that gold has been range bound overall. Okay, overall range bound possibly will remain in this 1780 to 1830 range only. Quite a big range for a commodity like gold, but there is no directional momentum. Okay, now regarding copper, again not very bullish right now. Okay, this head and shoulder kind of a formation remains in place. Let us see how it unfolds. This head and shoulder, you can watch here. This head and shoulder remains in place in the case of copper. And if it just went below and false breakout or not, we don't know, but it went above. Now it is hovering around this. We will have to understand how it, because if it goes down a bit, it is good for a country like India, because all the infra things would actually have a great momentum if the commodity prices go down. One commodity that is not going to go down possibly is this. See, I have turned very bullish on this commodity light crude due to the Afghanistan factor, because the kind of arms, modern arms, have been left behind in Afghanistan, because uh, their formal army, these were meant for their formal army, they have actually been defeated, and now the kind of arms and ammunition that has been left behind and fallen in with the uh, uh, Taliban's. So what can happen is that either they will sell them or use them. So in some modern countries of West, there can be again a big eventuality like what we saw earlier. So if that those kind of risks are there, and not only if even if they don't go to the West, there is enough possibility that the regional conflict may brew up, because if you know that uh, the relationship of Iran is not great with Saudi Arabia and Pakistan. Okay, so in the Middle East, with this much amount of arms and ammunition and almost 3 lakh Afghan formal soldiers having surrendered, so they now remain unemployed. We don't know. The situation is volatile, so there is always a risk of heightened crisis around that region, and that's why I feel that it is almost inevitable for oil to, in the coming 2 3 years, in the Biden era, to go towards this 100. So the way I have followed geopolitics, and that's why, if you see when oil was, if I go to the weekly chart 7 8 months back, we had a webinar, okay, when oil was around this level, okay. So that time only I said that oil would go to 75 80. It has come there, and now given the situation of Afghanistan, so I will show you the webinar. So if you go to the webinar there, YouTube, if you search Vivek Bajaj fruit, if you search by this is the YouTube live we had gone there and we have done. So uh, join the Paris 10th March 2021 environmental accord, which Donald Trump has rejected at that point of time. So that's why. So 10th March is on the carbon when oil was around industry. What he has done is that he had cancelled all the offshoring permits 57 58. So that time we said that it was going to go towards 80, and it reached 78. What happened is that so watch this. So we predicted, and it happened that a 50% rally in crude at that point of time only. So watch this, and from the way I follow geopolitics, I think that it is highly likely that oil will cross this barrier, and we will see $100, 90 $100 in next, which was last seen in 2014. We will majorly see this level in next 2 3 years. Okay, so it is very important. Okay, now coming back to the sectors, as we can see that Nifty Infra is going to good. Nifty Realty is doing good. We will look at sectoral indices one by one and try to see that what is lies ahead. So Nifty Realty, I had already told you, and the stocks are like Shobha, the Oberoi Realty, the Prestige Estate, all these stocks. Okay, the Brigade Enterprise. Okay, Godrej Properties. So all those stocks are very bullish. All those stocks are bullish, looking for new high. Brigade. This is Shobha. See what happens if the stock market goes up. The first thing people invest in is good homes. Okay, so Shobha is there, Brigade is there. If you call me Oberoi Realty, Oberoi is there, looking great. Lodha, recent listing, looking great for next week. Okay, today I gave this Shobha also can go up a lot. And now, when you trade, you instead of 2% have a stop loss of 3-4%, because this is not a normal market. Okay, this is once in a 10-15 years market. Have a 3-4% stop loss, buy a little bit lower quantity, and have 20-30% of gain. That is what being given by market. Okay, so have around 4% kind of a stop loss and try to achieve big, because I showed you that this is this phase like 2014 to 2008, when Nifty from 2000 level it became to Nifty from 2000 level going to 6000. So in terms of forex also you are seeing this movement, and Nifty also 20-21,000 can become. So that phase is coming back. So still there are 4-5,000 point left, possibly left in Nifty in that direction. So have uh, success from this kind of phase. Okay, this was Lodha. Now coming back to the cement sector, if I and right now, as you can see, daily time most discussed looking at internet, because so which we will start with. We are like to have live kind of a stop loss. Okay, and to the just a second. Don't know, it's not coming. I will reduce the number of tabs. Too many number of tabs we have opened. Okay, so reducing the number of tabs. Maybe it will save internet a little bit. Okay, just a second. So Am I audible now? Hi, hi, hi. Yeah. So, sorry, there was a little bit of error. So, what I was trying to tell you is that, see, Nifty reality is all those stocks. Like, I will repeat a little bit. So, Lodha, you can see, can go up. Shobha. So in all the stocks which are rallying like this, always have a 4 to 5% kind of a stop loss and try to capture 15-20%, because this is that phase of the market that will take you to quite a distance. Okay. So all the stocks that you can see, that the high flying sectors, you try to have a bigger stop loss and go with a bigger target. Okay. And if your Godrej properties is just breaking out, okay, DLF has not broken out, and so next week have a look on this property stocks, DLF and Godrej properties and Brigade Enterprise. All these stocks have a good. And if I talk about infrastructure, if you can see ACC broken out, okay, Ambuja Cement broken out, okay, at the top of the list. Okay, Larsen and Toubro broken out or at the top of the end. Okay, it can go really on the upside. If I talk to Ultratech Cement broken out. Okay, so if I am talking about maybe steel will also pick up to a later stage. Still not picking up, pick up later stage, but right now the cement is has broken out. So we'll talk about the cement stock more. Ramco Cement. So has started moving up and can go higher. Okay. On the financial, one stock look very beautiful to me. That is Bajaj Finance. Bajaj Finance look very lucrative to me. Possibly can go up. So when it broke above this level, I told people that 78 to 100 points rally are coming. It had rallied more than that, but it is still strong. Okay. Bajaj Finserv looking beautiful. Okay. Weekly high being crossed, you can enter these stocks. Okay, I will also show you two important stocks along with this. One is Mindtree, because IT is doing really well. Mindtree can continue to go higher. Those in the TMP can remember that I gave buy at 3030, and it has for last 3 weeks it is rallying like this. Another is Happiest Mind, which I have given to my students this week, and today Vinay also gave this. Okay, so two people from the TMP has given this. So I think that this will cross this 1580 high and possibly can go higher the way it is shaping up. Happiest Mind. So have an eye on this too. Two more stocks finally, and I will leave. So this is CAMS. You can see went up, came down. Okay, now this becomes a resistance. Definitely, you cannot go. Okay, another is BSC. If this week's highs cross, this stock can go back to previous highs. Okay, so all these stocks, Motilal Oswal, Motilal Wealth Management, I would say. Motilal, okay, Motilal Oswal Financial Services is this. There is another stock that is Motilal Wealth. I'm trying to find that stock. No, not cannot locate. IFL Wealth. So this stock again hit its previous high this week, came back. So all these stocks, the life insurance stocks, so these are opportunities. Uh, Life insurance, SBI life insurance. I last Friday I gave in TMP, the stock has moved up 7-8% and go much higher from here. Okay, all this HDFC life went up, came back, still can go higher. ICICI Prudential life insurance, very bullish. So SBI followed by ICICI followed by HDFC, very bullish stocks can go up. So all those stocks in the good performing sector, in the good performing sector, and that you can go through with this. So I will share in the TMP and the club the link of these two charts. Okay, one is the strength relativeness, and one is this in the TMP and in the club. I will share both of them. Okay, one is the relative strength of the sector, and another is the relative strength of the all the global market. Okay, so it is somewhere there. It was somewhere there. So I that chart I showed at the beginning of that. So I will share those two charts so that you understand that how the global market doing and which sector is doing good. Now we'll hand over to Vivek sir. Thank you sir for waiting, and please take over sir. Hello. Sorry, Vivek sir is not available today. He has a little bit of work, so I will take the remaining. So what I will do is that for the remaining of the session, for next 10 15 minutes, I will take some questions from your end. Yeah, so you can start floating your question. So stock specific, I'm not going to look at. So Ankit Agarwal ji is asking Afghanistan issue, this this organic industries limited stock specific. I'm not going to look at. Bank Nifty is a moderately doing index. Okay, in this scenario. So if you are talking of Nifty, if you are talking about Bank Nifty, I will show you. So this is my chart setup from intraday view of Nifty Bank Nifty. So you can see the momentum of the Nifty and you can see the relative uh, less momentum of the Bank Nifty. Okay. Regarding Bank Nifty, what I personally think is that 37,300, which was the erstwhile top, going to the daily chart. So this 37,300, 400 will be a challenge to cross, or 37,600. It may go there, or it may retest 36,200. Anything can happen. Bank Nifty doesn't have that kind of a momentum. You can see long rejection from the higher levels almost every day. Still, it is going up because market is going up. Because the Reliance is pulling Nifty so fast right now. Bank Nifty may remain in the sideline, and Reliance can really do wonders right now. The way it has broken out, if it stays over 2400. Pharma also underperforming. Obviously, when economic pharma is a defensive sector, when economic facing stocks are doing well, pharma will underperform because when economy facing stocks and IT is also defensive because IT is playing the digitization theme. So when you can see that the, the Nifty is going up like this, uh, you can see that Nifty is going up like this, and you can see that Nifty IT, I will show you, is going up like this, and Nifty Realty is going up like this. So at that point of time, obviously Nifty Pharma will be laggard. Laggard. It is not going down, you can say, but it is not going great also. So it will remain laggard possibly if the economy facing sectors are doing good, like Nifty Infra. See, no sector is doing bad in this scenario. Only thing is that the way these are moving, you may not see the other sectors moving. So next week, keep a very close eye on the cement counters, real estate counters. This rally is there is quite a bit of rally left in this. So if you can see, just a second. Yeah. So if you can see each one of this rally, so this was 568 point. Okay. If you talk about this one, this was 616 points. Okay. If you talk about this one again was 600 points. Okay. If you talk about this one was around 650 point. Okay. Now this has only been this has only been 4 to 4 points. So 150% what it has moved in last 8-10 days is left. If you consider all the previous rallies, so almost 200-point rally left. So all the cement stocks and especially LT kind of a stock, cement stocks I showed you, Ultratech, Ambuja, ACC, all those stocks, you can see a very good rally in them. Sugar and ethanol, sugar sectors is not breaking out right now, so I don't have a fundamental view on sugar and ethanol. Cannot predict on that. Can Airtel go to 1K in coming day? That should it should go, sir. It should go. If there is only two players remaining in the market, it should go higher. After such a big move, a 4-5% stop loss would be easily taken over. No, I don't think 4-5% stop loss are easily being taken over. Many moves are, if a stop loss is hit, it is hit. Auto sector doesn't have any momentum. Okay, so there is question on Nifty Auto. So if I go to the Nifty Auto sector, it is languishing, uh, not having a very high momentum. So not very bullish on Nifty Auto sector. CDSL breakout at what level? CDSL, we don't know whether it will break out or not, but if it breaks out, it is quite bearish. So I have kept a level of 1250, 1260 around the level above which it can, ideally above 1280, it should turn bullish. So Ashish Kumarji, you are again and again asking for a stock. I'm telling you here. I am not going to. So okay, multiple time you are requesting organic industries only one stock I am taking. Please understand. You can put those question. Organic industries. Which organic industries? What is the stock name? not able to get the stock. Fine Organics. No view actually. Had a very sharp movement. Now this may act as a resistance. See earlier high. No clear view on this. So let us avoid stock specific discussion until I discuss about the stock. This is not a stock that is in my radar because sudden movement 2800 to 3120 that I can understand, but nothing structurally very bullish into this stock. Okay, dollar rupee USD INR. Okay, talking, so if I'm talking about dollar rupee, just a second. So USD INR, as you can see, has a very strong support around 72. I think that will be retested. I think that will be retested. How to decide revise stop loss if the stock runs 30% in 3 days? Have 5% trailing stop loss. Or what you can do in such a scenario, I will show you a stock which has moved like this. Shobha, go to hourly chart. Okay, now add super trend. Okay, making super trend visible. Just a second. So have you can have this super trend as a stop loss, as you can see 10.3, or if you want to tighten the stop loss a little bit, what you can do is that you can change the stop loss to 10.2. This is how you can manage stop loss if a stock has moved very sharply in 2 3 days. Okay, from 27th August to today, it has moved more than 50%. Hotel, airline, multiplex industry, I don't know, but Interglobe can go quite a distance from here. Okay, Interglobe, because all other has vanished. So only good airline, domestic airline staying is Interglobe. If I look at the monthly chart here, I'm clicking on the monthly chart. You can see a lifetime breakout is happening, and possibly it can go towards if this one is projected 1,000 point more. Okay, quite possible. Again, stock specific, I'm not going, sir. Please don't ask stock specific question. Dr. DN, I'm not going into stock specific discussion, sir. Sir, I'm quite skeptical about deploying fresh capital into the market just because Nifty is at so high level. What should I do? You should sit out. If you are skeptical enough, you should sit out. You should remain in balanced fund. If you are fearful, then either you win your fear and participate with stop loss. If you are fearful, then you stay out. Nothing can be done if you cannot win your fear, because it depends on your age also. If you are in your late 50s 60s, then certainly you should actually not participate in a high risk scenario. Media stocks, there are 2 3 left only. Okay, so and small stocks, Media as a sector is doing good, but let us avoid that. This is a very small sector right now. Which is the best way to play Nifty? Uh, See, the best way to right now to play Nifty is if I go to the chart, simply as long as this 15-minute it is staying above 15-minute high, so just holding your position. It is above 15-minute mid Bollinger, the kind of movement it is happening. As long as it is 15-minute mid Bollinger, just stay along the position and sell only when that is broken. In that case, you earn quite a bit for 200, 300, 400 points in Nifty. That is the way right now. Mid and small caps are doing quite well. Nifty mid cap, if I go, there was quite a bit of underperformance as long as the dollar index was going up. But after the dollar index have turned around, you could see that Nifty mid cap rallied such a big. And Nifty small cap though did not rally that much, but Nifty small cap can any day catch up. Okay, so it is yet to go that much, but it can any day catch up because this trend line was never violated, and there's a trend line running from uh, this fall, and this was never violated, and it can go up from here. Certainly, it can go up and create new high. See, there is nothing called if a stock run up, you cannot enter. Like Mindtree, if I'm talking about, if it has run up, it has run up from 500 level to this was the low, uh, 500, 600 level to this much. Now, how do you enter such a stock? Very easy. If daily chart, if you are looking out, see there were consolidation. Once the breakout happened, you enter the stock with 4-5% stop loss, and when the rally happens, it often takes you more than 10-20%. If I'm talking about Shobha, so if I'm planning to enter a Shobha, I will obviously try to enter if this size crossed, and if this size crossed, I will, and there are certain methodologies that I teach TMP students like let me show you one of them. Like what we draw is uh, this is hourly time frame. Let me take this into hourly time frame. Okay. Now what we draw is this 5-hour high EMA, low EMA. Okay. So for Shobha, this is 5-hour high EMA, low EMA. So as long as it is closing above 5-day high EMA, we will continue to hold the position. So that is how we enter. So if right now it has closed above this, so if there is a high cross, we will enter, and as long as it continues to close above this 5-day high EMA, the momentum is there, we will retain our position. So that is methodology. And another methodology is using two Bollinger Bands. Okay, so these are the methodologies that I often teach to my TMP students. So there is another Bollinger Band that I have added. So suppose I make it 21. Okay, and now I am hiding this high EMA, low EMA. Now Bollinger Band strategy. I need a Bollinger Band. Just wait. Bollinger Bands. Okay, making it one. Now there are two Bollinger Band 20 to 21. So it is a similar situation. As long as it does not close below this 1 sigma line, you can continue to hold this position. So that is how I teach my students to hold long positions in the TMP. What is TMP? Few people are asking. This is TMP. I will go there. Just a second. This is Elon Markets. So this is the trading mentorship program that with Vivek sir, me, and Chetan sir. This is a 5 months comprehensive program where there are classes for technicals, derivatives, options. So all these things are there. So if you are interested, you can contact with Orpun for this. Sir, I showed you how to book a profit. Shivobrato Paul, Shiv Paulji. Uh, Emotional attachment, then you need some mentorship. I'm not saying that join our mentorship. You can join any mentorship, sir. But what you are asking, Shivobroto Sarji, you need to learn in a detailed way. Cannot be actually totally described in a small time frame. Sir, Havells making daily higher high. Yes, Havells came into our this trading strategy also. Okay, so I had done a trading strategy, which is again for a normal market scenario. Because in present market scenario, what is happening is only short trades are coming because it is buy on dips and sell on rally. And given the strength of the rally, right now what is happening is that not much success is coming into it. But this is a great setup, and I will show you in Havells when it came. See, uh, Havells it came and took off from there. Okay, so but nowadays what is happening? Only sell trades are coming. Only sell trades are coming. Though it is going down in normal scenario, it would go down. Earlier it went down, but because of this ferocious rally, your stop losses are being taken out. Okay, so ONGC also came a little while back, and after that only there was some OPEC news. See, earlier they were working very well, but because of this high momentum phase right now, only short trades are coming because there is no pullback. So we are not getting buy on dips. Very rarely we are getting. Earlier ICICI Bank gave a buy on dips trade. See how beautifully it panned out. OFSS panned out beautifully. Divis Lab came and beautifully it panned out. Okay, but right now we are not getting pullbacks, not getting many entries. So in normal market, because this is a very extraordinary market scenario we are going on, we are not getting these few days. This is the webinar that I did, so you can watch this. Okay. Anyways, chalo, let us bid goodbye for today. Uh, let us bid goodbye for today, and let us meet next week. Have a great weekend. Thank you.